What's up, YouTube world? It's your boy Halucha Lucha, aka Matthew J. Brownlee, and I'm back with another Raw review talk thing. Uh, Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Wow, I know English, I swear. And we're just gonna get straight into this. So Raw, it was there. It was a show. It was improvement from the past couple of weeks, which really doesn't really say much because Raw be booty cheeks in the streets, man. So we're gonna talk about. I got a couple of points on here about what we're gonna talk about for Raw, the main points, and the problem that I have with Raw, and this is literally the same problem every week, and it's 3 hours, and you would think that you would fix 3 hours, like 3 hours of a show of wrestling on your show, but there don't be no wrestling on the show. There's wrestling, but they don't wrestle. They have like however many matches, and the matches be like 5-6 minutes long. Like if you compare that to like SmackDown, even last Friday, SmackDown had it's 2 hours long. It had 4 matches, I think, and at least three of them were over 10 minutes. Like the main event with Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan was like 30 minutes long, was a half hour. I think the beginning of the match with the promos and stuff, that was like maybe 30-35 minutes altogether. And I think the Big E, the title match was at least like 10 minutes. With this, you have um, again the tag team champion. You have the titles on the line for the tag team championships. That match goes nowhere. That match maybe lasts like a couple minutes or something like that. The Drew Gulak versus Angel Garza, that should be a money match right there. I mean, like not a money like it should be a money match, but at least should be a decent match. That match was like 2.5-3 minutes, maybe if that. Um, Sheamus and Mansoor, who debuted on Raw, they had some decent stuff in there. That was like maybe 5 minutes. The tag match with RK Bro and Jackson Riker and Elias, that was a couple of minutes. That was maybe 6-7 minutes. The opening tag match with the tag team titles, that was a decent amount. The main event got some shine, but like really that's it. Lucha House Party and Cedric and Shelton, that probably lasted a couple minutes. It was like, oh my god, it's like you had MVP throughout the show, had like maybe 25 different backstage segments. It's like all these segments you could do, you could like add into matches. We like to be sports entertained, but we like wrestling on our show. Like what we did with Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns, yeah, we like that. Do that more. Like you have a 3 hour show, you can do that more. That's what they should really do more. But instead they do these long segments. They drag it for no reason. They go over and over. Oh, Dana Brooke and Charlotte Flair, that was a good 2 minutes. So you have all these matches, but what's the point of having all these matches if you don't build your stars? That's why mostly people get over. Like people like them, was like, okay, we like your character, but it's also, can you wrestle? Like if you can wrestle, we mess with you. Um, but that's my biggest gripe about Raw, and we're gonna break down a couple of things from the show, good and bad. Um, let's get this out the way. The women's stuff. I put the women's stuff because there was just like, again, there's like the women on Raw are like, this should be like money stuff with Charlotte, Asuka, and Rhea Ripley. It should be like, this should be like money stuff. Charlotte's the big heel. She comes out. Obviously, she wants to be in the title picture because she's Charlotte Flair. That's what she's been doing since she came in. I'm the queen. I need championship gold everywhere I go. NXT, Raw, SmackDown. championship. Me, Charlotte Flair. Um, and she had the match with Dana Brooke, which again wasn't really a match. Um, but you know, her coming out and with Sonya Deville, this whole Sonya Deville thing, taking control or trying to take control, even though she's like the same, uh, has the same power as Adam Pearce. Obvious thing for them that she wants to overtake Adam Pearce. Um, Rhea Ripley comes out instead of just be like, NXT Rhea Ripley's like, yeah, okay, Charlotte, yeah, you want to insert yourself in this match, you want to do whatever you want to do, yeah. I have she could easily be like, yeah, I'll fight you, I don't care. Yeah, give me you, give me Asuka, give me Eva Marie who's coming back. That's a whole thing. Give me her, give me Nia Jax, give me Shayna Baszler, give me Bayley, give me Sasha Banks, give me Bianca Belair, give me Indy Hartwell, Candice LeRae, Shantae Blackheart. Give me everybody. Take them. I'll take them all at the same time, and I still reign supreme as champion because I am the number one. I am the best. Your time has passed. You're the queen. You're this. You're that. Good for you. Your time has passed. Pew, move to the side. I owe you one from WrestleMania last week, from last year. Yes, you come in this match so I could beat you and I could beat Asuka at the same time. But no, she was like, oh my god, yeah, Charlotte Flair always gets what she wants. Oh my god, it's not fair. I triple threat. Why am I in a triple threat match? It's not fair. It was 1-on-1. It was all good, and now it's a triple threat. Me? Why me? This isn't like. Why are you doing this to Rhea Ripley? She's supposed to be a badass. Let her say. Just let her be Drew McIntyre. All right, yeah. You want to get in this? Take you. I'll take you too, and then you. Yeah, you too. Come here. Yeah, I'll take you in. That's pretty much what Asuka did. She's like, yeah, Charlotte, you complain, but I don't care. Like, it is what it is. Like, I fight you, I fight everybody up in this place. And then she stood tall. And, I mean, I just wish that they made our champion look like a little more of a badass, like she was in NXT, and not complain about her being in a triple threat match. Like, yeah, I don't care. Triple threat match. The more the merrier, I feel bad for Asuka because she's going to be in this match to take the pin from Rhea so they can do a Charlotte versus Rhea thing where it's like, oh, well, I wasn't pinned, so that means I still get my match. And she wins. Well, hopefully Rhea wins or something like that. But that's that. Eva Maria's coming back. And people I'll be like, oh, will you let go Mickey James and the Iconics and all these people, but you bring back Eva Marie? Like, Eva Marie was signed last year, like last November. Like, the whole corona, whatever they was doing with the thing, just messed her up, so she couldn't be there. But Eva Marie had been signed since last year, so I don't know where people is getting that from. She's been signed since last year. Good for her. She wants to be a role model. So, all pink everything now. She's Evolution now. So we'll see where that takes her. As long as she's serious this time, she puts in the work. Hey, it is what it is. Let her do her. I ain't mad at it. The tag team title. The tag team scene is if they had two good female tag teams that they could have used instead of using the same tag teams over and over. Go figure. Shayna Baszler, Nia Jax defends against Naomi and Lana for the titles. It lasts 2.5 minutes. Danny gets involved, doesn't work, and Shayna Baszler gets the win. She chokes out Naomi, I think, or Lana, whoever it was, and then they're still champions. And then SmackDown, they're gonna have a match, and at Backlash, they're gonna have a match against Tamina and Shayna again, and Shayna and Tamina or Shayna and Nia are gonna win again. And it's gonna be like, well, now who's next? It's as if they need more tag team for the women. Go figure. So enough with the women. We transition. Oh, nope, not enough for the women. Also, Alexa Bliss is weird. She said that Lily's found herself a new target. She said she likes red, and Sonya Deville was wearing red, and she was in the back of the background with Sonya Deville looking at Sonya Deville. So maybe Lily has a problem with Sonya Deville. We'll see what happens. Now, uh, another thing about, as I said for Raw, is like there's so many segments and not enough wrestling. There was 900 MVP segments. There was a Drew McIntyre segment. There was an AJ and Omos program, like a 5 minute one, along with like another 5 minute with New Day before they got into their match, their tag team match. Um, Mansoor did his thing backstage. Angel Garza and Drew Gulak had a thing backstage. MVP attacked Humberto Carrillo backstage. That was a segment. Uh, there's just a lot of segments and a lot of talking. The Eva Marie segment, that's like, oh my, it's like wrestle, just wrestle. Oh, they had the one good funny segment that they did with Elias and Riker, um, wanted to throw, I think it was like tomatoes at the New Day because of what they did last week, and they had just got beat by Omos and AJ. So it was like, oh, we're gonna throw these tomatoes. So they throw the tomatoes, but it pans out, and it was Randy Orton that they hit. They hit Randy Orton with the tomatoes instead. And Randy Orton's sitting there. He's so mad, just standing there. And then Riddle just rolls by and just on his scooter, just hey Randy, and just rolls by. That was hilarious because it just came out of nowhere. And then Matt Riddle did another promo with Viking Raiders. He was like, hey, yeah, the draft was like the other day. He was like, hey, who did you guys pick for, the Vikings or the Raiders? And they're like, actually, we're Cleveland Brown fans. We just, the Viking Raiders is like we're Vikings and we rate things. He was like, oh, cool. Hey, Randy, how you doing? He started talking. He was like, hey, bro. And then he was like, I'm not your bro. He was like, I know we're not really bros, but I mean like bro as in we're bros, bro. And he was like, yeah, we gotta stick together. We're like undefeated tag team, or like we're an undefeated tag team. And then Randy was like, dude, we literally had one match. He's like, and then he stopped. He was like, hey, how about we make it two wins? He was like, yeah, and he started talking. And he was like, and he closed his mouth. He told him to zip it, and he zipped it. And he put his hand out to give him the key. That was hilarious. The crowd would eat this up. Crowd would be eating this up. That they're fantastic. It's so unfortunate that they're breaking up tag teams. Like they seem like they're breaking up Miz and Morrison. They just broke up Shelton and Alexander. That was another segment after Lucha House Party of all people beat them. Cedric was like, man, I'm Prime. I don't need you. You're the reason. It's like we didn't get kicked out of Hurt Business. You got kicked out of Hurt Business because you're trash. Like because me, I'm the man. Prime Alexander. I don't need you out of here. And then he laughed and shouted, like, hey, look, they come and they go. If you don't want to be partners, it is what it is. But guess what? I've been doing this for years. We'll see where you'll be in a couple of years. I'll still be here doing me. I respect it. So they set them apart, which is depressing. But hopefully they let my boy Prime Alexander go to work. They seem to be splitting up John Morrison and the Miz finally. I'm assuming after what happens at Backlash, WrestleMania Backlash, whatever happens after that, they'll probably split them apart officially. So they got the New Day, they got Elias and Riker, they got RK Bro, they got AJ and Omos, they got the Raiders, New Day, Tag Champs, Elias, Riker, RK Bro. They have Lucha House Party, so they still got 6 tag teams. So I mean, they're still fine. So I can see whereas they're getting RK Bro. It's getting some the stuff. They'll probably face off against Lucha House Party. Have a decent match with them. They'll probably get a good win. they'll probably go to maybe the New Day. It's like, oh, you get a win over the New Day. That's big. Either them or Viking Raiders, whoever the big boss is before they get to Omos and AJ. Honestly, I would love to see it like where they do where I don't want to see them break up yet. I want to see them like they they get their one big they get their they get the steam, and then they get their big moment against Omos and AJ, and they try it's kind of like the DIY thing with the revival. They try and they do so good, and they come so close, and then they fail. And then Randy Orton, they do the thing where you think that they're going to turn on him. You think this is going to be it. They didn't get the titles. They're going to turn on him. And then Randy Orton's just like, it is what it is. We're fine. We pick ourselves up, try it again. And then, they go through it, a little bit after time. And then they face him again. This time they win. Boom, tag team champions. They hold it until whenever Royal Rumble or the pay-per-view before Royal Rumble, and then they drop it. Maybe they'll get a rematch, and then this time, boom, attack Randy Orton, RKO, beat him up, and then they have a match at WrestleMania, and Matt Riddle wins. That's what I hope. Build the story, build it up really good. I think they're doing good stuff with this. So also going on, they got the debuts and the returns. Like I said, Eva Marie is returning to the E. Good for her. And Mansoor has also signed a Royal contract. It's kind of funny that I think he was like 49-0 or 50-0, whatever, between 205 Live and NXT. And like he comes here and he just loses disqualification to Sheamus because of Humberto Carrillo. Hilarious. Sheamus was killing it tonight. Humberto did a promo, and then Sheamus attacked him, beats Humberto Carrillo. It's like, hey SA, you trying to get to hold of this title? Hey SA, and he mocks him and stuff like that. Yeah, I guess you won't be getting this open challenge anyway. And then Mansoor is doing his contract, and Sheamus comes like, oh, hey, who's this fella? He's like, your intern or something like that. He's like, no, Mansoor, I'm a superstar just like me. I guess you get yourself at a title. You get yourself a shot against me in my open challenge. Not for the title though. Not for the title. I love these like not for the title. Not for the title. And they had them. They had them a decent match. I like that. They're having Sheamus work with these younger guys, working with Humberto, working with Mansoor now, who literally just made his debut. And I can see maybe now Mansoor is like, hey, yo, bro. Next week he's like, he got his stuff in with him and Sheamus had a good back and forth. Sheamus was trying to toss him out to do the get the counter victory, and Mansoor was like, no. Kept getting in. He was like, man, this fella. And he caught him with the DDT. He was about to hit the bro kick, and then Humberto came out, tacked him, beat him up, drop kick, superstar dive, and stuff like that. And then so Sheamus bro kicked them both. The way Mansoor took that bro kick was great. He bro kicked him. He like hit a backflip, and his feet like plopped on the back of the ropes. That was hilarious. But I hope next week they're like, they're backstage, and Mansoor's like, bro, like you literally just interfered in my match, and like cost me a win, like my debut win. Like I was 49-0, and like now I got a loss because of you. Like I'm squaring up. I got beef with you. And hopefully they give them, like, oh, you got beef? Like, well, let's settle it in the ring. And then Humberto and Mansoor have a good 15-minute match, and then Sheamus interferes, attacks them both, and then they have a match, triple threat match for the United States Championship at Backlash, Backstage, WrestleMania, whatever that thing is. That would be a cool thing. I like what Sheamus is doing. I like that he has it. And then after he beats them both at the same time, you bring in Damian Priest, you bring back Keith Lee, you have like that triple threat thing going on for the U.S. Championship. Yes. Oh, I also got used to be Retribution. They're a tag team too, so that's actually seven. Um, but yeah, I like that stuff. I like what's going on there. I like what's going on in the main event scene. Even though there's only three of them, it's Braun Strowman, it's Bobby Lashley, and it's Drew McIntyre. Pretty much, they was like, hey, we want Bobby to face somebody tonight. You know, you just gotta be there. Are we gonna do Braun or Drew McIntyre? Flip a coin. So they flipped the coin, and it was Braun Strowman. And MVP talked about the whole show. He was like, "Yeah, man, it don't matter. Like he could have a lucky rabbit's foot inside a pot of rainbows and luck shines, and he still can't be. Is it gonna beat him?" It's like, matter of fact, I wouldn't mind if Drew McIntyre took our side because he's interfering in our triple threat match, which was also funny that Sonya Deville said that. He was like, "You know what? No matter have a triple threat match, you too. Yeah, you just throw Charlotte in there." That was hilarious. But yeah, the match itself again, it was fine. Nothing wrong with the main event. Bobby Lashley and Big Strowman. Braun Strowman does big people things. McIntyre came throughout half the match. Distracted Braun Strowman. Bobby and Drew had like maybe a little moment with the fist bump, but we never saw what happened. And he distracted Braun for Bobby Lashley to boom hit that spear, win, and then Drew stands tall. It is what it is. So yeah, Braun doesn't look too bad because it was a distraction from the lose. Uh, Bobby Lashley still, dominant as ever. He's gonna beat them triple threat match, and then I'm assuming I don't know if they're gonna do a thing also like they did, like they might do before with Charlotte. It's like Drew would be like, "Well, I didn't get pinned, so I want rematch." Well, Bobby and Drew's gonna have a match next week, so I'm assuming Drew will probably win um, against Bobby because it wouldn't make sense if Bobby beat Drew and then beat them both. He was like, "Well, you didn't beat me." He was like, "Well, I beat you on Raw." So I'm assuming that Drew's gonna beat Bobby next week. Bobby's gonna beat Braun in the triple threat match, and then Drew's gonna be like, "Well, I beat Bobby. Bobby didn't beat me in that triple threat match. I want one on one because I know I could beat him," and that's what they're gonna do at Money in the Bank. That's what I'm assuming is gonna happen, and then Bobby still wins because Bobby's the best. Um, but yeah, that was Raw pretty much. They seem to all they need to do is really just let their people wrestle. Drew Gulak and Angel Garza fought over a rose or whatever happened. Just let the match be. Just give them 10 minutes. You have 3 hours of Raw. Less talking, more fighting. If you're going to talk for 10-15 minutes, back it up with a 10-15 minute wrestling match that we will enjoy. Mansoor versus Sheamus, give that 10 minutes. Drew Gulak versus Angel Garza, you could have gave that 10-15 minutes. New Day versus Omos and AJ, you could have gave that 10-15 minutes. Um, uh, uh, the women's tag team title match, at least give it 5 minutes. You gave that like 2 minutes. Like let them wrestle. Let them wrestle. Start off with a wrestling match. Get the crowd, hyped up. It's like, oh, we starting off wrestling. Yes, that's what I like. But no, you just starting off people coming out here with 10-15 minute promos. Just like, oh, this is how Raw's gonna be. It's like, oh, oof, I ain't with this stuff. Yeah, man. I mean, really, honestly, the thing I would just fix is just you're using your talent now. Have them wrestle. Uh, do a thing where start off with Drew McIntyre versus Bobby Lashley. Just start off with the match. Just boom, one-on-one match. Start that off, kick it off. Give us 15-20 minutes. Boom, start off right for the whole night. Or you can hype up the match do a video package, hype up the match for the night, and then you could start us with something else. Start us with Red Arcade Bros versus Bro New Day or Lucha House Party or something like that. I don't know. Just start us off right. Start us with Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley. I don't know. Just start us off right with a good match. Then after that, then you boom. Then you put some segments in there. Get some segments when you come back. Boom. Another match. Another 10-15 minutes. Boom. Backstage. Do whatever you gotta do. Start the next. Well, come bring the ring. Before do that. Boom. Go to commercial. Come back. Start another match. 10-15 minutes. Like, it's not hard. It's not hard. Just let your wrestlers wrestle, and we will be satisfied. I promise you, Raw. I'll give Raw a 7 out of 10 this week. I think they have the makings of doing great stuff. I just hope they follow through with the good stuff. Like adding Mansoor in the United States Championship match with Humberto Carrillo. You got that stuff going on. Give me more Angel Garza versus Drulak. Just let it go in there. Just give some wrestling. Eva Marie, see what she can do. Get more female in that. Break up Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. Put Nia on SmackDown. Put Shayna on Raw. Put her in that title. Those separate title pictures. I think Raw could be good. I think it'll be fine. Just let them wrestle. That's it. Just let them wrestle. But what did you guys think? Well, let me know. Do you think it was a 7 out of 10? Do you think it was worse? Do you think Raw was actually better? What do you guys think? I'm out.